Today, our topic is the role of suffering in human growth. Life is not always easy. Everyone faces challenges, pain, and suffering at some point. These moments can feel unbearable, but they also have the power to shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. Suffering is not something we seek, but it is something we can learn from. It is a teacher, a guide, and sometimes even a friend in disguise. When we face difficulties, we are forced to confront our limits, our fears, and our weaknesses. This confrontation is not pleasant, but it is necessary for growth. Think about a tree. A tree that grows in a calm, protected environment may grow tall, but its roots will be shallow. A tree that faces strong winds, harsh weather, and rocky soil will develop deep, strong roots. The same is true for us. Suffering pushes us to dig deeper into ourselves, to find strength we didn't know we had, and to build a foundation that can withstand life's storms. Suffering teaches us humility. When everything is going well, it is easy to forget how fragile life can be. We may start to believe that we are invincible, or that we are in complete control. But suffering reminds us that life is unpredictable. It humbles us and brings us back to reality. This humility is not a weakness, it is a strength. It allows us to see the world with clearer eyes and to appreciate the small joys that we might otherwise overlook. When we suffer, we become more aware of our humanity and the humanity of others. We realize that everyone is fighting their own battles, and this realization can make us more compassionate and understanding. Suffering also teaches us resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things seem hopeless. It is not something we are born with. It is something we develop through experience. Every time we face a challenge and overcome it, we become a little stronger. We learn that we can endure more than we thought possible. This knowledge gives us confidence and courage to face future challenges. Resilience is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. Suffering is the weight that helps us build this muscle. Without it, we would remain weak and unprepared for the difficulties of life. Another important lesson suffering teaches us is the value of perspective. When we are in pain, it is easy to focus only on what is wrong. We may feel like the world is against us or that our problems are insurmountable. But suffering can also give us a new perspective. It can help us see what truly matters in life. For example, when we lose someone we love, we realize how precious our relationships are. When we face a serious illness, we appreciate our health in a way we never did before. Suffering strips away the superficial and forces us to focus on what is truly important. This shift in perspective can be life-changing. It can help us live more intentionally and appreciate the present moment. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers valuable insights into the role of suffering in human growth. The Stoics believed that suffering is not inherently bad. What matters is how we respond to it. They taught that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. This idea is empowering. It means that no matter what happens to us, we have the power to choose how we respond. We can choose to let suffering defeat us, or we can choose to use it as an opportunity for growth. The Stoics also believed in accepting things as they are, rather than resisting or complaining about them. This acceptance does not mean giving up. It means recognizing reality and focusing our energy on what we can change. By accepting suffering as a natural part of life, we can face it with courage and dignity. One of the most important lessons we can learn from suffering is the importance of gratitude. When we are in pain, it is easy to focus on what we have lost or what we lack. But suffering can also help us appreciate what we still have. It can remind us of the good things in our lives that we often take for granted. Gratitude is a powerful tool for overcoming suffering. It shifts our focus from what is wrong to what is right. It helps us find meaning and purpose even in the midst of pain. Practicing gratitude does not mean ignoring our problems. It means finding a balance between acknowledging our pain and appreciating our blessings. Suffering can also lead to personal transformation. When we face difficult times, we are forced to reevaluate our lives. We may question our beliefs, our values, and our priorities. This process of self-reflection can lead to profound changes. We may discover new strengths, develop new skills, or find new passions. Suffering can push us out of our comfort zones and into new territories. It can inspire us to take risks, to try new things, and to pursue our dreams. In this way, suffering can be a catalyst for growth and transformation. Another important aspect of suffering is its role in building empathy and connection. When we suffer, we become more aware of the suffering of others. This awareness can inspire us to reach out and help those in need. It can also create a sense of solidarity and community. When we share our struggles with others, we realize that we are not alone. We find comfort and support in the knowledge that others have faced similar challenges and have come out stronger. This sense of connection can be a powerful source of healing and hope. It is also important to recognize that suffering is not always a sign of failure or weakness. In fact, it is often a sign that we are pushing ourselves to grow. Growth requires effort, and effort often involves discomfort. When we step out of our comfort zones and take on new challenges, we are likely to experience some degree of suffering. But this suffering is not in vain. It is the price we pay for progress. Every great achievement in history has been accompanied by struggle and sacrifice. The people we admire, most artists, scientists, athletes, leaders, all faced hardships on their journeys. Their suffering was not a barrier to their success. It was a part of it. Finally, it is important to remember that suffering is temporary. No matter how difficult things may seem, they will not last forever. Life is a series of ups and downs, and the downs are just as important as the ups. They teach us patience, perseverance, and hope. When we are in the midst of suffering, it can feel like it will never end. But time has a way of healing even the deepest wounds. The pain we feel today will eventually fade, and we will emerge stronger and wiser. This knowledge can give us the strength to keep going, even when the road ahead seems long and dark. In conclusion, suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it is not without purpose. It teaches us humility, resilience, perspective, and gratitude. It pushes us to grow, to transform, and to connect with others. It reminds us of our humanity and our strength. The Stoics were right when they said that suffering is not inherently bad. What matters is how we respond to it. We can choose to let it defeat us, or we can choose to use it as an opportunity for growth. The choice is ours. So the next time you face a challenge, remember that it is not the end of the road. It is just a bend, a twist, a turn that will lead you to a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Embrace the journey, learn from the pain, and keep moving forward. Life is not about avoiding suffering. It is about finding meaning and purpose in the midst of it. And in doing so, we not only survive, but thrive.